Hey, how's it going? Um, for my video essay, I read an article on video games and gender inequalities in a virtual team versus a reality workplace of face-to-face contact. And it was a really interesting article. It kind of touched on how in a virtual workplace, i.e., like a video game where you have to work together as a team, it seems females enjoy that kind of space a lot more, seeing as how their identity is a lot more mysterious, uh, in that they can be who they want to be, kind of, and not be held back because of their gender. Um, and overall, it was a really interesting read. And I interviewed a kid named Shiv, who is in my video design or game design class, and he's from India, so it was interesting to get his perspective on it. It was a good interview. I don't really know Shiv, but he's a funny guy. It's nice to talk to him, and something we had in common is, I mean, we both like video games, both like playing them, creating them. I mean, we're in that class, so it kind of made sense. But it's just cool to talk about that for a bit. Um, so I asked him a few questions about the article to try to get his response. Um, and something that he commented on was I asked him if he's had any personal experience when it comes to the gender inequalities or any personal experience of playing online with a female in a game. And something he kept saying was he plays your Xbox Live games, which are online, like Call of Duty, and he also plays PC computer games online, which are the communications are a lot more text based. And he said in the Xbox game, like Call of Duty, it's a lot more you versus everyone else in a way. And he said that one time he was playing, and the person who won got on the mic and started talking, and it was a girl, and everyone else started freaking out, saying, "No way! Like girls can't win! Like there's no way you beat us! Like you're not actually playing or whatever." And he said he didn't have his mic on, but he just thought it was funny that everyone was upset they lost to a girl. He said that in the Xbox kind of community and like Call of Duty, it's a lot more uh, non-equal. Where if you people realize you're a girl, they're gonna rip on you and like make fun of you and say you can't play, even though that's not the case. But he said on his PC, where it's the communications is text-based, he said he works a lot with actually girls, and it's a lot more friendly towards them in the fact that everyone's working towards a common goal. They all want to do the same thing or reach the same boss. And he said that people work together well in that game, and that it's a lot more kinder to females and people. It's a lot more equal. Um, I asked him about his if there were any differences he saw in gender inequalities from his time in India to his time in America now. And he said that a lot of the time, a lot of the things are the same. There's definitely cultural differences, but he said the way that females are treated are mostly the same in America. And he said that it's also the same how in India there are a lot of jobs that are designed for females in a way and more female oriented, the people who work there, while in America it's kind of the same way. Um, so that was an interesting point he brought up. Um, Overall, though, it was a fun interview. He's a cool guy, and he had a lot of good points of views on the article, and some good personal experience of gender inequalities he saw personally online. And something I thought was interesting was how the article talked about uh, gender inequalities in reality versus a virtual workplace, and how the virtual workplace seemed to fare better. But something that Shiv brought up was how there's different aspects of online virtual uh, workplaces, and how like the audio-based communication system seemed to be a lot more non-friendly, while the text-based seemed to be a lot more friendly. Maybe that's just, you have to take in the fact of who's playing the game, but it's interesting to see that the text-based communication online game was a lot friendlier towards the female players than the audio communication-based game. But overall, it was interesting. It was an interesting interview. I enjoyed it. Thank you.